and welcome back to the Quick LO206 playlist. My name's Austin Kaiser, and I'm just a normal guy. I'm new to LO206 go-karting, but I'm here to hopefully help you quickly navigate your karting journey as well. Now, what we're going to be talking about today, the LO206 engine and how the phrase animal can cause confusion within this engine, or at least it did for me. This was the biggest hurdle and obstacle that I had to overcome and learn to give me the confidence to go ahead and purchase my first kart and my first engine. I'm going to try to communicate everything as succinctly as I can. This is going to be a two-part series because of that, because I still want to keep these videos as short as I can. And so this will be part one, and then we'll have a part two. Couple final things before we jump into it. One, it's important to know that I'm coming at this from the perspective of buying a used engine. If you want to completely bypass any of this topic or learning about any of this, there's a lot of great engine vendors out there that you can purchase from, even from Briggs and Stratton directly. And so feel free to do that. Candidly, I'm glad I went the used engine route, because not only did I save money, but I now have a much better understanding of what the LO206 is all about, and really the class in general, and some of this confusion that we're going to talk about. I now have it down. So hopefully I can help you work through this as well. We're actually going to start this by, I'm going to give you the gist of this video. I'm going to give you the answer to the test before we even get going, because perhaps where you're at in your karting journey, this answers it for you and you can just keep moving. All right. Okay. So here's the key to all this. Every Briggs LO206 engine is an animal engine, and only LO206 engines are designed to be sealed. So the key to buying a used LO206 engine is ensuring that the seals are there. And if they're there, even if the engine says animal on it, then it's legit. Think of it this way. Briggs and Stratton is the engine manufacturer. Animal is the engine category. And then LO206 is the engine product line. Okay, so as I was shopping for a kart, and as you're shopping for a kart, just consider the LO206 engine fits in the animal category. And so even though there might be a couple different engines in that animal category, the key is we want that LO206 because it's designed to be sealed. And so as long as you're getting an engine that's sealed, then you're all set there. Okay, so I hope you're tracking up to this point. Hopefully it's not too confusing, and hopefully all the information I just gave you just unlocked your understanding. But some of you might be asking, okay, that's great, but what's the big deal about the animal side of this? Great question. We're going to dive into that here quickly. The first thing to understand is that there's another engine out there by Briggs and Stratton called a Briggs Animal Engine. And so when researching LO206 engines and trying to learn more about it, it's not uncommon for this other Briggs Animal Engine to pop up. Why this is key is because though the engines look very similar, and hopefully these images help show you the differences. So even though they look similar, the Briggs Animal Engine is a separate racing class of engine. It's not as popular anymore, but it is separate. And so if you mistakenly got that thinking you got an LO206, then you're going to be out of luck because it's a different class. Now, the reason why it's a different class and the distinguishing factor between the two of them is because the Briggs Animal Engine is not sealed. And so therefore the engine block can be opened, can be worked on, which as we talked about in some of the previous episodes in this playlist, the key to the LO206 racing class is the fact that it's a sealed engine, right? So that my ability to work on an engine isn't the ultimate determining factor of whether or not I'm going to win a race. It's more about my driving ability and my chassis setup. The next thing to understand as it relates to the LO206 and how the phrase animal can confuse things is because I read in some posts and some articles and some blogs and just some like friendly online chatter that the word animal engine can also be used to describe an LO206 that has broken seals on it, right? So if you think about to the last point, the Briggs Animal Engine, the reason why it's different than the LO206 is because it's not sealed and you can work on it. So therefore, if you have an LO206 with broken seals, then sometimes people refer to that as an animal engine because at that point, the engine block can be open and worked on. So that's going to wrap up part one of this segment on LO206 animal engines and hopefully disseminating any confusion on your end. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, Kai's the Carter. Like this video, post any questions that you have because I want to make sure that any confusion on this topic, as well as any other questions you might have about LO206 racing, that they get answered. We'll see you at the next episode.